welcome to this week's special segment of Out of the Muhlenbubble. We're your hosts, Lizzie Cugnini,
Heather Downey,
and Maddie Basirico.
So guys, as you know, on April 27th at 8 p.m. in Memorial Hall, Mike Posner is coming to play.
Wow.
So, I don't know if you guys know, but when I was younger, I was a big fan of Cooler Than Me.
Oh, that was my favorite
song. Such a good song. And now recently he has this big song that we all know, I Took a Pill in Ibiza. But, so do you guys still think he's relevant? Are we excited for him coming?
I'm excited. I think it'll be a fun concert.
I feel like he's more of a one-hit wonder, but that's kind of fun though, because he'll work in those hits with other music, and I think it'll still be a fun experience for the community.
Yeah, I know you weren't here last year, Heather, but when we saw Jesse McCartney, I think he did a pretty good job of working in the hits and waiting till the end to do his famous singles.
Right.
But is there anyone else you would love to see play at Muhlenberg?
Well, there's so many people that wouldn't come to Muhlenberg though. But I think Mike Posner is a great person to have, and even though he may not be as relevant as some people would like, he definitely has songs that people know the words to.
Exactly.
I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Definitely.
So guys, today it was announced that the host of the Tony Awards this year will be Kevin Spacey. He's on House of Cards. He's a pretty famous actor, but he's not primarily a Broadway actor, so it's kind of interesting to see. So what do you guys think about that?
That's really interesting that he's not a Broadway actor, but hosting.
I think he's been on Broadway, but he's more known for his TV, movie stuff. But he actually does sing. My parents actually saw the Billy Joel concert this weekend in New York City, and Kevin Spacey came out and sang New York State of Mind with Billy Joel.
Oh, wow.
And my parents were really impressed, so I'm sure he'll be a good host.
If
Maybe
your
he'll sing
parents
a little
approve,
bit.
then I'm watching it.
Yeah, I hope so, because as an actor, he's probably able to communicate well and keep an audience engaged, so I think he will definitely be a good host of the Tonys.
Do you know who hosted last year's Tonys?
James Corden.
Okay.
Yeah, and he does the
one of those
Broadway,
late night talk shows
sing-alongs and
Broadway
stuff.
sing-alongs.
Yeah.
So at least he's had Broadway experience, so it'll be interesting to tune into the Tonys and see how well Kevin Spacey does.
Definitely. Also, along the lines of music, Harry Styles came out with a new single recently, this past week, called Signs of the Time.
Yeah.
So it's his first music since One Direction, which is apparently not still dead. It's still on the table.
They're coming back.
But most people were impressed by the song because it was better than people expected. I know we just listened to it, so do you have any thoughts about it?
Yeah, I really liked it.
It
surprised me. I didn't think that his voice sounded like that on his own.
Yeah.
But
it was definitely really long.
Yes.
The music video was very long and very artsy. It was different and interesting, but I don't know. I really liked it. I was really surprised by how much I liked it. Harry Styles.
Yeah, but I think that it will definitely move him in the right direction in terms of his music.
Right, and he performed it on SNL this past weekend, and it was pretty good live too.
Yeah, I just don't see how he could go back to One Direction, especially changing his artistic direction and going. At least this new song was far from what One Direction.
It'd almost be like a setback at that point.
Yeah, I know.
But it did propel his career, so it is important. But
it'll be interesting to see what other members of One Direction, if they all go out and do solo careers after.
Right. Also, Coachella happened this past weekend.
Yes.
I mean, it's continuing next weekend, but it was the first weekend. So I think the hit of the weekend was Lady Gaga performing in Beyonce's spot because Beyonce is pregnant. But she apparently rocked it. I saw some videos, but I wish I could have been there myself. And I think mixing in, like we said with Mike Posner, she mixed in her old songs with her new songs, and so it was able to really create an engaged crowd. So, do you like her new music better, or her old music?
I don't know. I feel like it's totally different. I really do like her new stuff. I think it's good to listen to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think she's changed so much, especially from making a jump to American Horror Story and doing more acting, and now she's going back and doing singing and going through the festival circuit a little. I think it's really interesting to see her evolve in that way, and she's definitely changed when she took her hiatus. If everyone remembers, her telephone music video, which was very bizarre. Now to her new music, it's just different, but I think it's good.
Right. I think both types of music have their pluses and minuses. I generally like both, even though they're different styles. But she is still pretty young, so she was able to change, and I think some people may not be on board with that change, but I definitely am.
it'll be interesting to see what she does next with her music.
I'm excited.
On a totally other note, April, the famous giraffe at Animal Adventure Park in upstate New York, finally had her baby this weekend. So there's been a live stream for the past 2 months, and people thought she would give birth in March and then the beginning of April, and then finally she had a baby boy this weekend. And so yeah, it's been huge. She's grown in popularity so much since the live stream started. And they're planning to hold a contest to name her baby.
Oh. Yeah, I watched it happen. I wasn't really into it. My mom was really into it, and she was trying to get me into it. I was like, oh, Mom. I was making fun of her. But then she woke me up, I think it was Saturday morning, and she was like, we have to watch the giraffe is giving birth. And me, my brother, and my mom sat there glued to my computer for 2 hours. We were late for when we were supposed to be going. But we watched that giraffe give birth, and we were all so committed. I don't know what it was, but it was so fun to watch, and then it's so cute and but then you have to give a donation in order to be part of the baby naming contest, which I guess if it's going towards a good thing, but you never really know, and also is it worth it for to get your input in, because it probably won't matter. But do you know a good name that you would suggest for the giraffe?
A good name? I don't know. I know the giraffe is guy. That's it. So maybe maybe make it. Ooh, you could do a fun name oregano. Make it what themed. I'm thinking something out of the box besides April the giraffe or Matt the
oregano.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of something different.
Any ideas, Maddie?
Can you top oregano?
I don't think I can top oregano. We'll just leave it at that.
Get it trending.
Yeah, many people are suggesting patches because, giraffes have patches, and apparently it spells out all the names of the doctors of the giraffe, which I guess is interesting, but we'll have to see in the coming weeks what the giraffe ends up being.
Hopefully oregano.
Oregano.
We'll have to make a donation.
I'll make a donation right now. After this, I'm going and I'm spending all of my money to get this giraffe.
It's only $1, so hopefully
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of weird animals and giraffes, completely doesn't add up anyway. Did you guys know that on April 19th, Starbucks is launching a new drink that's gonna be a limited time only unicorn frappuccino?
Oh wow.
What is that?
Very bizarre. So it's gonna be a pink frappuccino with blue drizzle on the inside, and it's supposed to be, we'll see if it really works, color changing and flavor changing. So it's gonna start off pink and sweet and fruity, and then when you finish the frappuccino, it's gonna end tart and sour, and it's gonna be more purple. So would you guys drink this frappuccino?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I want to see what the hype is about, but I don't know if I'd actually.
I'd want to end on sweet and fruity, if you're asking me.
True.
But, I probably wouldn't try it only because I probably have a coffee frappuccino first, if I'm even having a frappuccino. But we'll have to see what people think of it.
Yeah, I definitely know I would only want one. Shameless, but for an Instagram post or something.
Yeah, probably.
Because from the pictures, it does look pretty, but I don't think it would taste that good.
And also, is it going to look that good when you actually order it and get it? Or is it going to be a mess of brown colors?
I don't know. I'm going to have to go and order it and
of course,
see.
Yeah. Let us know.
So, do you think Starbucks really has gone too far with this drink? Because they launch chocolatey decadent drinks at Valentine's Day, and those kind of make sense, but now a unicorn frappuccino.
They're just trying to create publicity. Yeah. They're doing all they can, and this probably is geared towards a certain age group, a certain consumer. I don't know if it's the drink for college students, but
probably not.
It'll be fun to try, and we'll have to see how it goes.
Do you think they'll have it at Java Joe's?
I feel like they won't have it at Java Joe's unless Java Joe's wants to.
Petition to have it at Java Joe's.
Sure. I don't know. I feel like if Java Joe's had it, that'd be really interesting. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people would buy it just for the hype and the fun of it.
I have dining dollars, so why not?
It's so true.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a really good Out of the Muhlenbubble, guys.
Yep.
So thanks again. I'm Lizzie Cugnini.
Heather Downey.
I'm Maddie Basirico. Have a great week, Muhlenberg.